This is just how we compare in terms of labor costs. That's very important when somebody is looking at low-cost countries. You see only Serbia has slightly lower labor of many of our neighbors, and most of this stems due to the devaluation. The currency dinar in Serbia devalued about 18% last year and has continued devaluing this year. But this is just on paper. In my opinion, devaluation, even though somebody may say you become more cost competitive, in reality that brings lots of other negative economic aspects in terms of inflation and bringing up all the costs as far as raw materials that are imported in the country. And finally, important thing is, do we have the right workforce? 45% of our country are below the age of 30. We have the second youngest population in Europe. The government is investing about 6% of our GDP in education. This is actually by 1 percentage point higher than the OECD average. At the same time, in Macedonia, in 2008, 85% of the high school graduates were college bound. With this, we have even passed the US in terms of what is the highest number of high school graduates that are college bound. And English language is mandatory starting in first grade of elementary school, and the government has also instituted the program of computer for every child in school. So every child in elementary school and high school has a PC in front of them to make sure that they really are eligible and employable in the future, even if they have only a high school degree, in order to be able to better be equipped for the new economy. In terms of investment opportunities, this is the list of the sectors that we have seen the most interest from foreign investors over the last couple of years. And I'll note machine and automotive component industry. A lot of automotive component manufacturers have moved to Macedonia or are exploring the possibility because of our proximity to Turkey and Central Europe. Basically within a day and a half transportation, you can reach out locations in Europe where more than 7 million cars are produced annually. ICT, medical devices, agribusiness, and food processing. If you think that Macedonia in the days of Yugoslavia produced most of the fruits and vegetables for a country of 23 million people, you can see that there's quite a lot of potential. Currently, we can more than enough produce for our population of 2 million, and we're looking in attracting investments in food processing, packaging, sorting, and trying to find markets for our produce in Western Europe, in the Gulf states, as well as in Eastern Europe. Just the markets in Kiev and Moscow alone would be more enough to cover what Macedonia can produce. But on top of this, I want to mention a couple of very important sectors, both energy and infrastructure, where the government is planning on investing close to 8 billion euros over the next 7 years. Part of it will be through government budget, part of it will be through long-term concessions, as well as financing from major international finance organizations, whether it will be EBRD, European Investment Bank, IFC, and the World Bank. And I want to mention one last very important thing. What Macedonia is being looked at, especially from manufacturing greenfield industries, is our free economic zones, or so-called technological industrial development zones. We have 4 of those in operation. 2 are in the capital Skopje next to the airport. 1 is in the east, 1 in the west part of the country, and there is plan for 7 more zones throughout the country. What's important about these zones is the government offers full infrastructure benefits. Basically, the road network, all the connections to utilities, IT services, etc. are there. The company just has to choose a plot and start building a production facility. But the important thing is the type of fiscal benefits that are offered here. The companies don't have to pay a corporate and personal income tax for a period of 10 years. There is no value-added tax and customs duties on all raw materials and machinery that is being used in the zones. The government is giving a grant of up to €500,000 euros for construction of the factory, and at the same time there's a land subsidy. Basically, there's a 99-year land lease where 1 square meter costs 10 euro cents, or 1 square foot costs 1 cent on an annual basis. Therefore, the government is minimizing all the costs in order for a company to come to Macedonia and set up a business. So the success story so far: first, we had Johnson Controls build a $40 million printed circuit board factory in Macedonia. Johnson Matthey, which is the largest manufacturer for catalytic converters, started production last September, officially opened the plant this April. It's $100 million plant, being the largest production facility for catalytic converters in Europe. We have companies from France, Slovenia, China, Taiwan, Turkey, and the last company we signed a contract with is Technohost from Italy, a company also in the automotive sector. And finally, I just want to mention a couple of things about what we do as Invest Macedonia. Being a government institution, we provide all our services free of charge. Think of us as a consulting firm that will help you with all the needs that you would have in terms of information about the local market, also comparison on regional level, how Macedonia compares versus the other countries, and helping you in all the process in terms of identifying the right location, helping you with the system, whether the legal system, all the institutions of the government. At the end of the day, we're here to help you and ensure success. Over the next couple of days, Filip Blaževski, which is our representative in our consulate in New York, will be here to be able to answer additional questions that one of you may have about investment in Macedonia, and also he'll do a presentation tomorrow about the tourism opportunities. Thanks a lot.